Greetings and welcome to Monday Mantra. If you've not seen Monday Mantra before, it is a weekly rant where I go over all sorts of tips and techniques for the entrepreneur with a heavy dose of real estate. In this week's episode, I'm going to be talking about one of the things that can take us down, and that is burnout. So I'm going to give you my 5 tips to avoid burnout, and that's coming up right after this. Greetings. I think that might be 5, even 6 greetings. Hello, this is Pete Lorimer here with Monday Mantra. Lovely to see everybody. Thank you for joining me. This week's episode is all about how to avoid one of the most paralyzing things in business, and that is burnout. Now, there are a lot of people who watch real estate that watch this show and watch the stuff that I do. Real estate is particularly brutal with burnout, but burnout is not restricted to any one profession whatsoever. So I want to go over some of the 5 tips that I use on a daily basis to help me avoid burnout, which it just comes with the turf. It cannot be helped. Sometimes we find ourselves just kind of rocking backwards and forwards in a hole in the ground, going, I can't take anymore. Well, if you go through these 5 things with me, the chances of that happening to you will be decidedly reduced. So let's get into it right now. I want to start with number one, which is prioritize your workload. At the end of the day, we're not going to get to everybody, most likely. We have to get to the people that we need to get to. Prioritizing your workload, it could be as simple as in your phone or even written down in a notebook. There is something really beautiful about writing notes down. Prioritizing your day the night before is something that I have made a practice of for years and years and years. And I have my A's, I have my B's, I have my C's, and I have my D's. And because I prioritize, it means that all the folks that I need to get to on an urgent basis, I get to pretty quickly. And all of the folks that can maybe wait a day, which isn't always the case, but those that can maybe wait a couple of hours or wait a day or maybe even push it to next week, prioritizing your workload is something that I'm massively into. I also want to finish this point with this. Sometimes we get a client and our workload is just so freaking heavy that what I would recommend that we do is it is better to bring someone else in to help you share that workload or even refer it out to someone else. Don't be scared that you're going to lose a client. Don't be scared about any of that stuff, because it would be much better to have 50% of something or 25% of something than 100% of nothing. Because if you're burned out, you're going to drop the ball, you're going to let things fall through the cracks, and this potential client might not get the service they need at best, or you might forget them altogether at worst. Okay, avoiding burnout, item number 2 is work with purpose. Now, when I work on things that I like to work on, it doesn't really feel like work. Now, not every moment of everyone's day is going to be skipping down the road with lattes and puppies. There are going to be some moments that you don't enjoy. But at the end of the day, if you can try and work on as many parts of your industry or your business that you like, and don't listen to other people when they say you need to do this and you need to do that. Case in point in real estate is you need to do door knocking, you need to do cold calls. In my opinion, you don't need to do those things, and those things drive me bonkers. So I have never ever done them. And then last but not least in this point is the following. Toxic clients. I did a whole mantra on this. Toxic clients will be a time vampire on you, and they will be incredibly demanding. They will make you feel crappy. You will not enjoy your job. You'll begin to hate life, and then that stress will build up. It's always better to cut someone loose that is causing you this amount of stress, even if they are a client and a potential payday, to make room for other people with much better energy to come into your work life. Okay. Item number 3. This is something that I'm incredibly passionate about. Give everything you have learned away freely, without prejudice, and without expectation. I'm going to say that one more time. Give everything away that you have learned without prejudice and without expectation. I have learned an awful lot in real estate. I have sat in front of this camera and divulged just about as much as I possibly can that I can think of into it so that it can be disseminated across the real estate industry. So hopefully 1 or 2 people that are watching this will get something from this mantra, will take it away, and it will improve their business. I am not looking for anything from you. In many ways, me doing this, it's therapy for me. When I try and help people, when I try and give stuff away, it makes me feel better about myself. Not that I feel bad about myself, but it makes me feel good. I like to kind of have the notion that maybe some people, and I know some people have used what I've said to help better their business. And this is kind of the knee-jerk reaction I've seen from people over the years when I say give away your secrets. They're like, well, if I give away my secrets to people, aren't I just letting my competition in the door? So letting the wolf in the hen house so they can come and capture my clients. My old coach, a lovely bloke by the name of Steve Shull, said to me, because I had this conversation with him years and years ago, and I said, if I get on camera and just give everything away, aren't people going to rip me off and da-da-da-da-da? And he said, Pete, nobody will ever do Peter Lorimer like Peter Lorimer. No one will ever do you like you. And he said, people might try and rip you off and people won't be able to do it. You are uniquely you, so the way that you deliver what you deliver, not just on camera, but professionally, the way I act in the workplace, I'm the only guy that can do it with authenticity like me because it's me. So giving away all the tips and the techniques and the strategies for the entrepreneur and for the real estate agent, I also come from a place of abundance. I feel there is enough for everyone on the planet to succeed. So why would I just hold it all to my chest? Okay, item number 4. This is the one that I like the least, which is, yes, ladies and gentlemen, this is a mantra about stress. So I have to have exercise in the list. I'm going to use the word therapy again. Exercise to me, this is what happens every single day that I exercise, and I try and exercise 4 to 6 days a week. Every single time before I go to the gym, I have this conversation. Well, I don't have time to go to the gym. I can't possibly go to the gym. I just simply don't have the time. So what I did is I moved my gym time earlier and earlier. Now I go pretty early in the morning, or sometimes I'll work really early in the morning and then I'll go a little bit later in the morning. Making the gym a priority will reduce stress no end. It is also, naturally, it's good for your body. It gives you a sense of not just well-being physically, but well-being for your mind. And the phrase I've said to a lot of my mates over the years is, I don't go to the gym for my body. There's a joke in there. I go to the gym for my mind. Because when I work out, I think more clearly, I have a more productive day, I feel better about myself, I feel like I've contributed something to the future me, I'm future-proofing Peter, and exercise is the best form of therapy for stress, hands down. And then last but not least, maybe this should have been the top, but it's a really good one to finish with. You've heard me say this a million times. We are not in control. We are not in control of people, places, and things. All we are in control of is us. I see people getting so bent out of shape trying to manipulate the result of situations. This is something that I have not done in years and years and years. This doesn't mean I don't try. This doesn't mean I'm not ambitious. I am immensely overflowing with ambition, and I work my ass off every single day. Here is the difference of Peter now and Peter 15 years ago. 15 years ago, I believed I had some control over the outcome. Now I know that all I can do is work as hard as I can, and I can go after that client and I can, wine and dine them. But if they don't work with me, my reaction these days is, well, that was just not meant to be. They're meant to work with someone else. I hope they find the home of their dreams. I hope they have happiness everlasting. And what that does is when I remove remove any notion that I have control of anything whatsoever, I kind of give it up to the universe. And then it's amazing. I kind of move on. I'm not sat there pondering, are they going to call me? Are they not going to call me? What the hell's going on? Why are they not calling me? This is ridiculous. Should I call them? Should I text them? Is texting them 3 times in a day too much? None of that exists in my life. And all of that is stress. And all of that is shortening my life. And so, ladies and gentlemen, those are my 5 tips on how to prevent burnout for Monday Mantra for this week. I hope 1 or 2 of you get something out of this. It is my absolute pleasure, as always, to be of service to you. If anybody needs anything, thinks of anything, please don't hesitate to ping me, email me, whatever you need to do. And if you want to subscribe and like to stuff as well, then feel free to do that too. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is Pete Lorimer signing out from another Monday Mantra from lovely here, sunny California. And I will look forward to seeing you all again next week. Until then, toodaloo.